Hey, what's up YouTube, and in today's video I'm going to be testing and reviewing Temu car products, as you may have read from the title. So essentially I just bought some car products off of Temu to test to see if they're worth buying or not buying. Now Temu is basically considered like the dollar store of the online shopping world, meaning it's very cheap and affordable. So therefore there's a lot of car products listed on Temu for a very cheap price and at a very discounted price. So I want to test to see if it's worth buying it or you should skip it. Now I usually buy parts for my car off of Amazon, and there's a couple of main reasons behind that. The first one has to do with quality. Amazon has great quality products. Second reason is that Amazon does not lie about products. It is very accurate in terms of like listing their products, and it's not like any type of fraud on it. And the third reason has to do with online shopping experience. Now with Amazon, products can get delivered really quickly to your house, versus with Temu you have to wait like 3 to 4 weeks just for it to get shipped and then get delivered. And the fourth reason has to do with if you don't like the product, you can return it. They have a 90-day return policy. So anyways, let's get on with the video. So these are the 7 products that I bought off of Temu. The first one is car ambient lighting. The second one is LED light bulbs for your interior lighting. And the third one is a Faraday box for your key so it can block signals. The fourth one is a Lamborghini inspired engine start stop button, but the only thing is that this one's in carbon fiber. Then there's carbon fiber cup hold covers that you essentially put in your cup holders. Then there's 2 detailing brushes. So we're going to be testing out this ambient lighting first. So the way how these ambient lighting work is that you basically plug it in into your USB, and there's the controller for it to change the color and the modes, and you stick it into the gaps, and pretty much then you have ambient lighting in your car. Now I already have aftermarket LED lights in my footwells. Here's the front 2 seats and here's the rear seats. These are pretty much good enough for me, but I wanted to test to see how these work. Now I already have tested many ambient lighting kits in the past, and I can say I can understand why that this one's cheap. As you can see, if you look on the controller, there's only one button to control everything, versus with other ambient lighting kits that I've tested, there's way more different like options. Like you can change the brightness, you can like configure it to where you can like where it syncs to like the music. Way more different configuration, way more different buttons, but for this it's all one button that controls everything. So I'll get back once I'm done installing it. Alright, and here it is with the lights installed. Now, as you can see, I didn't do like a full professional install just yet. Like there's still some loose wiring. I mean, it's so cheap that they didn't even provide me any install tools, like that tool that you use to slide the fiber optic cable in between the panel. Other than that, I can't say that it's that bad for the price. I mean, it is cheap, but it's really not that bad for the price. But however, I would say to skip on it and get more higher quality ambient lighting kits for your car. But however, if you just want some lighting around your interior, I would say it's not a bad kit to pick up. Overall rating goes to 5 out of 10. Alright, the next thing that we're going to be checking out are these interior LED light bulbs. Now I'm going to be testing these in the trunk because my interior lights, it's not just where you simply pry out the housing and change the bulb. You have to pry out the whole entire cover, then you need to pry out the housing, then you can change the bulb. So therefore I'm just going to do this in the trunk as of now, just for testing purposes. Now to provide different light bulbs for each individual map light and dome light housings. Now this is what the trunk looks like with the halogen light bulb in a dark environment. And this is what the trunk looks like with the LED light bulb installed. As you can see, it's not bright or anything. The halogen one was much brighter. The only thing is that this one's white, but I will test it with another bulb. And here it is with a different LED light bulb. This one did make a little bit of a difference compared to the old one, but however, I would say the halogen one was still a little bit way better compared to this one. But you guys can let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Alright, so overall conclusion of the light bulb is that these ones tend to be the weakest. These ones are more suitable for the vanity mirror lights, so therefore if your passenger is checking themselves out late at night, they don't end up blinding you. Or you can use these ones because these are semi-bright, but however these tend to be the brightest. These ones you could use for your map light, and as for the dome light, I would say that like this one's like in the middle. These ones are kind of the weak ones, and these are like the really bright ones. So my overall conclusions for these are a 7 or 8 out of 10. I would say that they're not bad for the price, considering how many LED light bulbs you get for the price, versus if you buy ones that are specifically for your car, you might end up paying more, versus these are much more cheaper if you just want LED lights on a budget. Alright, the next thing that we're going to be testing out are these carbon fiber cup holder bases. So to install these, you basically take them and place it into your cup holders. They have sticky adhesive on the back so that it sticks to it. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's not a perfect fit for my cup holder. And it's not going to give you the benefit of not making your drinks slide out, or that these are easier to clean compared to rubber cup holder bases. So these are mostly for looks and aesthetic purposes. Overall, I would give them a 2 out of 10. Garbage quality, doesn't fit, only for aesthetic purposes, and it also looks cheap. And the worst part is that removing these are a pain. They're not that easy to get out. So my honest review towards these are that these are a 2 out of 10. Garbage quality, they're only like stuck on by adhesive, and the second thing is that these are literally impossible to remove. Once you get them in, they're stuck in forever, that I almost broke my pride trying to get them out. So I wouldn't recommend these. Alright, so the next thing that I'm testing out is this carbon fiber Faraday key box. Now on Temu, they showed that this was much more bigger. I even looked at the measurements, but however, it's a very tiny like box that you can like just barely put your key in. And this is exactly what I mean by it. So we all have extensions like these on our keys, but however, when I try putting it inside of it, as you can see, one of these like kind of stick out. Now sure, the box does close, and it does use material that like actively jams the signal of your key, so therefore thieves could not like do a relay attack to steal your car. But however, I'd say like this is mostly kind of for show. If you want like an actual Faraday box, then get an actual Faraday box. This is more so for sure, and to be honest, I'm not sure how well does it do in terms of signal jamming. So overall, I would say like I would also give it a 50-50. So the next thing that I have over here is this Lamborghini inspired carbon fiber engine start stop button. As you can see, this has adhesive on the back. You pretty much stick it on by your start stop button, then you lift it up and you can start your car and feel like they're driving a Lambo. It's like not really like too bad. I like the design on it. It's fake carbon fiber, of course, but overall I would say like it's not a bad product to pick up if you kind of want to feel like that you're driving a Lambo but on a budget. And the last two products that I'm going to be testing out are these two detailing brushes. So I'm going to be spraying my cleaner in this and testing it on my seats. Now all that's left to do is to just take my microfiber towel and wipe it down. And the last test that I'm going to be doing is with the steering wheel. So this one is made to clean in between the gaps. So right now I'm just dusting out all the gaps between the buttons and the airbag. Now I'm going to take my cleaner and agitate it. Now I'm just going to wipe off the cleaner with my microfiber towel. So my conclusion on these detailing brushes are that they're a 10 out of 10. The only thing that I don't like is that the bristles are somewhat widespread compared to the one that I use, but however, that isn't a reason to give it a lower rating. Each detailing brush is made for its own different purpose. However, I feel like that this is better for cleaning wheels and exterior parts, and the ones that I use are better for interior while also cleaning your exterior. But however, I personally love this because this is perfect for cleaning in between those tight gaps and seals in your interior. So as far as what I've tested, my conclusion comes is that Temu isn't the best place to buy car products or anything related to cars. Yeah, sure, it may be good in some cases, but however, I would say stick to Amazon or eBay. There's a reason why they're called car parts heaven. Both Amazon and eBay offer a great variety and selection. Now, eBay, yes, does tend to have more car parts on it. It does have more better variety and options, but the only reason that I just don't kind of like eBay is that they charge too much for shipping. Now, both Amazon and eBay are great online shopping websites for car parts. However, it all comes down to your budget preference and all these different factors on which one you buy from. But anyways, that's all it for today's video. Like and subscribe for more car content.